Hello, my name is Dave. The date today is December the 8th, 2021, and this is my latest video in my ongoing documentation of my rolling fasting regime that I have undertaken since November the 1st, 2021. So my cat's about to make an appearance again. Every time I am doing this, she decides that it's important to put in an appearance. I actually have three cats and two dogs, but the rest of them are fine to not be here. But Lucy seems to think it is very important that she puts in her own appearance here. Say hi, Lucy. Yeah? I really can't, we can't do this right. Sorry. Oh, here's my dog Chico. But so anyways, she's gonna whip me with her tail while I talk. Where was I? Yeah, so basically, if you happen to be watching this and you haven't seen the other videos that I've recorded so far, I started a rolling fasting routine on November 1st, 2021. I weighed 403 pounds at that point, and as of December 1st, I weighed 372, so I lost basically 30 pounds in 30 days, and I did that through doing rolling fasts, 64-hour fasts, water fasts, and then a 8 to 12-hour refeed on one day, and then going right into another fast. So I've been doing that now, like I said, for 5 weeks, and I would love to give you an update on how much I weigh now, but I can't, because I have decided not to weigh myself on a daily basis or even a weekly basis. I've decided to do it once a month. That probably limits the, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess a lot of big thing with these videos are accountability and celebrating milestones. And if you only you actually weigh yourself once a month, then you kind of miss out on that. I have said in the past that one of my inspirations, for lack of a better word, in this journey is Cole Robinson. Not necessarily a personal inspiration, but certainly as a coach and somebody that has a lot of experience and posts a lot of videos with information. And one of his things that he really beats the drum on is weighing yourself every single day. I have decided not to do that, and I will tell you why. Because the first time I attempted a intermittent fasting regimen last year or the year before last, I actually did achieve a lot of success. I lost 60 pounds in the course of, I think, about 4 months or more. But I was weighing myself every day, and one of the reasons that I quit was because I hit a plateau. I hit 327, and that's the lowest I could get from 385, and I got very frustrated and I gave up. I think that the adjustments that I've made are twofold. Number one, that I am not weighing myself every day, so if I do hit a plateau, I won't know about it until I've been fasting for at least a couple of weeks. And the other thing is that I think one of the areas where I kind of ran into some trouble was that that squeaking noise once again is my dog Chico playing with one of his toys, which he only really chooses to do when I choose to record one of these videos. It's very annoying, I know, I'm sorry, but what am I going to do? I can't take his toy away. So anyways, yeah, I think that by not weighing myself every day, I am sparing myself the mental mind games of knowing exactly what if I hit a minor bump in the road, like one day I don't lose a pound or two, I'm not gonna get all discouraged and cheat. And the other thing is that honestly I wasn't fasting long enough. I didn't know enough at that point. I was doing ADF, and ADF is great, like for maintenance mode. I think, like, if I ever do actually lose all this weight that I want to lose, I'm definitely going to look at doing ADF probably, at the very least. But for major weight loss, ADF's not going to cut it. I'm not going to do it right now, but one of the things that I've learned about a lot, and it's kind of the key reason that I'm doing this, is something called autophagy. I'm going to do a video just about autophagy and how it's benefited me tremendously in the future, but suffice to say that For now, you can't get into autophagy. You can't really experience the full benefits of autophagy until between 48 and 60 hours. And I wasn't doing those. I was doing like 36s at most. So I was kind of cheating myself out of the benefits. Um, it's funny, that raises another issue, which I think is probably worth making here. If you happen to be ever seeing this and you want to let's say you are yourself morbidly obese and you're thinking about undertaking a fasting regimen to try and lose weight. One of the things you're probably going to do, which I think we all do, is fall down a YouTube rabbit hole and watching videos by people who have done this and give you all sorts of advice and have all sorts of stories and document their own journeys, which is awesome. But one of the things that you can do is you can take advice or listen to something somebody else has done, and it can end up making you kind of determining what path you're going to be on, and kind of influencing your decisions, how you're going to do this, and then what they say isn't that necessarily doesn't apply to you. I'll give you an example. There is a YouTube very popular YouTube channel, or it's a lot of subscribers, and this person is relatively well known on YouTube, and he is a big proponent of water fasting, but he does extended water fasts, like we're talking like 60 days, longer than that, and he loses a ton of weight. And then what I have found by looking at his channel over the last few years is that he traditionally, when he stops these extended fasts, he invariably ends up binge eating and gains all the weight back, and then has to do it again, and he documents the whole process again. So I think, but anyways, one of his big issues was, or one of his big areas of advice was that, all you got to do is get through the first 3 days of the fast. The first 3 days are the hardest. You're going to be in hell. I think he has a slogan, 4 days of hell for a lifetime of heaven. So in other words, the first 4 days of your fast, you're going to be total hell, and you're going to be miserable and whatever. But then once you pass that threshold of 4 days, you won't be hungry anymore, and you won't have cravings anymore, and everything's just going to be wonderful, and blah blah blah. And I because he had so much experience, and he lost so much weight, and he certainly seemed to know what he was doing, and he had a lot of followers and stuff, I took him at that, and that was one of the reasons I kind of shied away from the extended fasts. But then once I failed at the ADF regimen, I realized that that's not, that might be so for him. Like maybe he really does have a really hard time. But one of the things I can tell you 5 weeks into this journey is that I don't have that issue. I really don't. Before, like ADF was kicking my butt. Like I would have a hell of a time getting through the first 36 hours, and sometimes I would do a 48 or a 60-hour fast. But the weird thing is that this time I actually am not having, like, I haven't cheated yet, and I haven't even really come close. Like I can honestly tell you, with my hand on my heart, like there have been times where a thought has passed through my mind. It was like, oh man, I should eat that ice cream in the freezer, or I should eat those cookies in the cupboard, or whatever. But I haven't done it, and I haven't even, like I said, I really haven't even come all that close. So I mean, I guess this guy in general, I'm not gonna, in his case, I'm not gonna name names because I don't want it to sound like, I mean, I know there's like literally practically no chance of him ever seeing this video, or any of his followers seeing this video. But having said that, it's not, I don't want it to come across like I'm bashing the guy. I'm just saying his journey is different than mine, and his experience is different than mine. And I found the longer I get into this process, my initial thought was, well, if it's 4 days of hell or 3 days of hell, and I want to do that over and over again. I can't. Like it's not possible. You can't do that. I don't have the willpower for that, whatever. And that's just turned out to not be the case for me, at least this far. I mean, I may look back on this video in the future if I fail as well. What did I know? But as of right now, he was looking at it from the aspect of the first 3 or 4 day fast is something you needed to get through to pass that Rubicon, and then all of a sudden it's just nothing but weight loss. But it's also nothing but extended fasting, and you don't eat. And why would I want to do that to myself repeatedly over and over again? But it's working for me so far. The prospect, there's a great channel, and I'm sure everybody's seen it. He's called himself the Fasting Fat Man. His name's John. His channel is called Fasting Fat Man. And I actually had the privilege of having a conversation with him a couple of months ago when I was thinking about undertaking another extended fast. And I mean, and here's a guy who he went 150 days without eating, and he was bigger than I am. He was up over 500. But the bottom line is that's just not for me. I can't just go. I can't not eat for that long. Primarily, I think for health reasons. I've just all the research I've done and all I think it really is much more beneficial for me if I do an extended fast, and then I take a brief refeed, and then I do another extended fast. So that's my regime for now. So the exciting news is that before I recorded my last video, or when I recorded my last video, I'd said two things. Number one, I was going to attempt to mix up some of Cole Robinson's infamous snake juice. I actually had all the components here, and I raised them up to the camera, and I talked about what they were and what, that if I supposedly took this. See, now I can't have this. I don't know if you heard the growling. That's awesome. I accidentally instigated a fight. Anyways, I was going to try and, because my thing was doing an extended fast, I needed sodium and I needed potassium in order to pull it off. So I was going to try that. And I did. I had all the supplements. I showed them to you last time, and I mixed them up into snake juice. And I tried it. And it's horrible. It's the most disgusting tasting thing I've ever, well, that's not entirely true. I've tasted worse, but not in recent memory. This stuff is pretty nasty. I'm not going to lie to you. But I drank some. So the first night I drank it, so that's achievement number one. I've started snake juice. And achievement number two is my last extended fast was an 88-hour fast, which I'd only done 64 was the longest I've gone to that point. I think I mentioned I'd done a 72-hour like last year, but that was kind of by accident as I was on a 48-hour fast and I was sick. So I didn't eat another day because it's not because I wanted to fast 72 hours, it's just I didn't feel well enough to eat, and I just kind of slept the whole time anyway, so that really doesn't count. So I've broken my own personal record. My original decision was to do a 72-hour fast, and so I wanted to kick it up a notch, but I wanted to go from 60-hour fast to 72. That's what Cole Robinson originally used to recommend in his snake diet. Was a process of the slogan was eat big, fast, long. He had that philosophy, and so does Jerome of Finally Fasting, which is another channel that I highly recommend. If I am successful at this, it will be because of the influence of Jerome. His channel and his journey have been a massive influence to me in a very positive way, because he was very overweight and he undertook repeated extended fasts with brief feeding windows, and he met his goal. He ended up making to his goal. He lost all the weight he wanted to lose, and now he's healthy and presumably happy. He hasn't posted any updates in a few months, so I hope he's still on the right path, and I hope he does end up posting again at some point in the future. But so far as it is right now, he seems to be okay. I think he last posted at the end of July or August, and it's now December, so it's been a while, but I hope he's okay. But anyways, he was doing the eat big, fast, long, so he was doing crazy 90-hour fast, 96-hour fast, and a very brief refeed, and he does huge refeeds, but then he'd do another, and it worked. It worked really well for him. So my goal was to increase the length of my fast from 60 to 72. Like I said, for two reasons. Number one, because that was what Cole Robinson was recommending with his snake diet, was rolling 72-hour fasts with 1 day refeeds. And then the other reason was because to get the full benefits of autophagy, which is the main reason I'm doing this, you need to fast for 72 hours. Everybody seems to agree, like the general consensus amongst most people that practice intermittent fasting and do these extended fasts, is that 72 hours is kind of like the sweet spot. Like if you can do 72 hours, Dr. Eric Berg, who's another very popular, quite well-known source of information for fasting on YouTube, he has a fantastic little 6-minute video where he goes through the different stages of how, if you fast for this long, here's what the health benefits are going to be. And between 60 and 72 hours are the real prime benefits of autophagy, of your body being in autophagy, and you start to your growth hormone kicks in and stuff. And that, I was kind of robbing myself of that. And I knew it, but I couldn't start with 72s. I wanted to start with 48s and 60s and kind of work my way up. So I did the whole first month in November with nothing but 48s and 60-hour fast, 64-hour fast, and then this month I decided I was gonna take it up to the next level. So I did. The reason I ended up doing it at 88 is this, because I tend to finish my refeeds in the evening, right? So I like this for this last fast. I went out last Saturday night for dinner. I had sushi on my refeed day, which is awesome because I love sushi. And I knew I was going to be eating for at least 72 hours, so I really wanted to enjoy my feed. So what I did was I went out for sushi. I had a salad in the morning. I generally refeed. I introduce to kind of break my fast. I usually have a Caesar salad or a garden salad because that's kind of the easiest on the stomach, and I don't want to be eating protein right off the bat. From experience in the past, when I was doing the ADF, I find like if I don't eat for anything longer than 36 hours and then I eat like a steak or something, I get really bloated and I get stomach pain, and it's horrible. It's not fun. So this whole time I've been eating Caesar salad or garden salad on my refeed day. I'm into a routine now where basically I start my refeed. I do eat some vegetables like some cherry tomatoes, some baby carrots, some celery. I let those sit for a while, and then I have the salad. And then, unfortunately, and not to be too graphic, I apologize ahead of time, but generally what happens is it seems to be unavoidable. Within 2 to 3 hours, you're going to get a really bad case of diarrhea. It's just not to be helped. So I have to kind of plan around that. I don't make plans for my refeed day that will involve me having to leave the house, because it happens. And so it doesn't happen like it's not constant. It kind of happens and then you're fine. But you have to plan that, within the first X number of hours after your first refeed, you're gonna get diarrhea. There's nothing to be done for it really. And then you have to make sure that you drink a lot. Obviously, you rehydrate afterwards. But anyways, so I had my Caesar salad in the morning, and then I went out for all-you-can-eat sushi on Saturday night. So I came back, and at 10 o'clock, I stopped eating on 10 o'clock on Saturday. So then I went from 10 o'clock Saturday till 10 o'clock Sunday. So I did the 24 hours, and then I did the 10 o'clock Sunday to the 10 o'clock Monday for my 48. And then I went to 10 o'clock on Sunday or Monday night, or Monday night to Tuesday. No, Tuesday to Monday to Tuesday, sorry. I'm off work on disability. I can never really keep my times and dates straight because I'm not working right now, so my head's kind of lost there. But anyways, so yeah, I did I ended up as of 10 p.m. on Monday night, I was done. I'd reached 72 hours. Here's the thing. So I haven't eaten for 72 hours, but now it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm not going to have a big meal at 10 o'clock at night, or I'm not even going to have a salad or whatever that close to when I go to bed, because obviously I don't want to upset my stomach. And the other thing is I don't want to then go to sleep and end up sleeping for, I don't sleep long anymore because of the cortisol effect, but I don't want to sleep 6 hours and end up, eating at 10, going to bed at and I usually don't go to bed till 1 in the morning, right? So even let's say I get up at 8 in the morning, I've wasted however many hours now of my refeed sleeping, and then that way I'm stretching my refeed out really long. So my only choice was, I thought about this obviously a lot, and I thought, well, I don't have any choice. I'm going to basically have to stretch it. I'm not going to eat at 10 when my 72 hours is up. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna go to bed. So I went to bed on Monday night, and I woke up Tuesday morning. But the problem is I have things that I have to do here in the morning. I can't just eat the minute I get up. I mean, I could have, but I didn't want to. I had stuff I had to do. So I ended up kind of setting the time in my head. I normally eat at around 1. I start eating around 1 on my days that I eat, and I thought, well, this is some of my OCD. I have a weird thing with numbers and stuff, even and odd numbers and whatever. So I would have ended up eating at 1 o'clock. I thought, okay, that's 87 hours. Why not wait till 2 and make it 88, which is a nice sounding number. That sounds stupid even admitting it, but that's what I did. So I waited till 2, and as of 2 o'clock, I ate. So I made 88 hours. So I did an 88-hour fast. How did it go? It went great. It went great. I always have indigestion on my first day. like after my refeed. I always have like not like, I'm not horribly sick or anything, but I have like a mild case of heartburn. Like I get the burps and whatever, and maybe get some mild stomach pains like cramps and stuff the day after my refeed. So I had that, but that was fine. Your energy level is going to be super high the first day of your fast, because like right now I'm not in ketosis yet, right? So but the first day of my fast, I felt okay. I felt good. I generally feel the best the second day. So like after like the 48-hour mark, I felt good though. Like I slept pretty well, because by that point my body was definitely in ketosis, and I was experiencing autophagy, but I wasn't like my body wasn't pumping out crazy levels of cortisol at that point, I don't think. So basically, the second day was good. The third day, my energy started to get a little low, so that's when I mixed up the snake juice. So I tried it, and I followed the recipe. I did a teaspoon, pardon me, of potassium chloride. I did a teaspoon of sodium bicarbonate, and I did half a teaspoon of the Himalayan sea salt. And then I threw in a couple capsules of the cayenne pepper extract. Now there was also another one. There was a potassium supplement, but unfortunately, I'm an idiot. The one that I bought on Amazon was actually not meant to be used with food. It's like Epsom salts to be used for like your foot bath and stuff. And when you read the package, it didn't say this on Amazon clearly. So in my defense, but when you read the package, it says don't eat this. It's not for human consumption. So I'd only paid like $8 for the bag. And then when I looked into it, and you need food grade potassium, so I looked into food grade potassium, and I found out that you can get it, but it's like extremely expensive, like highly expensive. And when you go back and watch Cole Robinson's how to mix snake juice videos, he ends up saying in some of the later ones the potassium is not needed. It's not a necessary ingredient. The necessary ingredients really are the salts, and I have the 3 salts there, like the baking soda, basically the sodium chloride, and the sea salt. I have those 3, and those are really the main ingredients of the snake juice. And then the cayenne pepper is for your stomach, and also just it gives it some flavor other than salt, right? So I drank it on day 3, and it's horrible. It's awful. I took a big. They usually mix up 1 liter to 2 liters. These people that use this stuff religiously. So I mixed up 2 liters, and I took basically a 500 milliliter bottle from my mix, and I drank it. And it tasted disgusting, but I choked it down. I choked down the first bottle, and it immediately gave me stomach cramps, like right off the hop. Like within minutes of drinking it, and then within about an hour I had like the worst horrible diarrhea ever in the history of man. It went away, like it was only one time, but basically I think that was my body having been fasted for over 48 hours adjusting to those minerals in my system, and also the fact that I don't know if it's the cayenne pepper or whatever. So I wasn't a huge fan, but on the flip side, it did what it was supposed to do, because it gave me a big dose of electrolytes, and all the symptoms that I had been starting to feel prior to drinking it went away. It really helped I had a headache, and I felt lightheaded, and that went away after I drank the snake juice. So I decided, okay, so it's obviously good and it works, it's just nasty. So then when I went into day 3, once I got into the last day of my fast, I drank it again. I drank another drank another bottle, and surprisingly, I did not have any effects that time. I started to feel really crappy, like I was dragging by that point. I was really tired and listless, and just didn't have any energy and stuff. And I drank it, and it really perked me up. It helped a lot. I definitely felt better after drinking it than I did before, and it didn't upset my stomach the second time. Interesting side note. When I've been doing walking an hour a day, which does not sound like much for most people, but when you weigh 400 pounds, walking 10 feet is an effort. And so I walk my dog twice a day, and I walk him half an hour each time. It's probably better to walk him an hour, like, or walk an hour nonstop. But my dog is just a little dog, so he can't go that far. But so, anyways, I walk him in the morning and I walk him at night. So I took him for both walks throughout the 88-hour fast, and I amazingly found, even on my last day of the fast, I felt great. Like, I was tired, but I had the energy, and I just pushed through, and it wasn't an issue. And it actually made me feel a little bit better to walk. So that was crazy. That was unexpected, totally unexpected. So I did my refeed yesterday, and I got to I had no problem. I got to 2 o'clock yesterday, and I did my refeed, and that's it. So I completed an 88-hour fast. So the final verdict, I would say, is I am glad I did it. It had positive effects. I can only imagine the effects it's going to have on the scale when I eventually weigh in. And I will also tell you that I liked it so much that I'm doing another one right now. I did my refeed yesterday, and I am now on day one of another 88-hour fast. So the proof is in the pudding, obviously. Once again, I shouldn't use that phrase. There is no pudding, I'm sorry. But I'm going to continue to do the 88s for now. And it's not, like I said, I'm not doing 88s because I want to push past 72. It's just timeline-wise. For me, that's what works right now. And I will see if the second one goes as well as the first one did. But I'm certainly, to be honest with you, the whole experience of, number one, snake juice, and number two, the extended fast, both of those things went better than I could have possibly expected. I'm going to end things now and try to keep these videos to roughly half an hour or so. And I still want to discuss my refeed and the challenges of my refeed and some adjustments I'm going to be making to my routine. But I don't want to make that all part of one video, so I'm going to end this one for now. So if there is anybody actually watching this at some point, thank you very much for listening. If you are also going through a journey like this, you're not alone. I wish you all the best, and I can only hope that some of the advice that I'm sharing here or documenting my own journey is helpful to you. So that's going to be it for this episode, video, and I will see you soon.